Hello students, welcome back. Welcome back to our digital classroom. We were discussing the chapter agriculture and in which we have discussed agriculture introduction. We have discussed first. We discussed that agriculture is the practice of farming including the cultivation of soil for the growing of crops and the rearing of animals to provide wool, food and other products. Then, the types of agriculture, which is a very important part of this chapter, there are basically six types of agriculture: shifting farming, subsistence farming, intensive farming, extensive farming, commercial farming, and plantation farming. At first, in the very first or second video, I don't remember exactly, I discussed with you all shifting farming, that it is also known as slash and burn agriculture, and it is the most primitive form of agriculture. It is widely practiced by whom? So, by the tribal people of tropical forest in Africa, Southeast Asia, and northeastern part of India. So, basically, it is practiced by the tribal people of different places. Now, shifting agriculture is commonly known by different names in different areas. So, those names are here on the screen. You can have a look or can take a screenshot. Then characteristics of the first one, we have discussed shifting farming. That what happens actually here, that a small patch of land is first of all taken and cleared. Now how does that small patch of land is cleared? So it is cleared by burning it to get it suitable for farming. Then that particular patch of land, that small portion of forest area, is slashed and burned to get a land which is suitable for agriculture. And that is why this type of farming is also known as slash and burn agriculture. Now the crops are grown for a few years on that patch of land means, and then it is abandoned means left to get a new land. It is also called shifting agriculture and slash and burn farming also, because farming regularly shifts from one place to another, and that is why it is called shifting agriculture. So students, this one we have discussed in the first video. Second video I discussed with you all subsistence farming and intensive farming. So subsistence farming, we discussed that it's a kind of farming in which only the farmer and the family members are involved. Means it is not profit based, it is need based. Okay, then we discussed that this type of farming is practiced in highly populated areas, and these highly populated regions are like India, China, Japan, Korea, Bangladesh, and Southeast Asia. So, in these countries, particularly, which have highly populated regions, this particular type of farming is practiced. Then characteristics. So it is self-sufficient farming, means labor and other farm related activities are done only by the farmer and the family, and no surplus production, means it is not profit based. As I've already told you that it is need based. Then we discussed about intensive farming. Now, intensive farming, what happens? That it is practiced in highly populated areas, and small patches of land is taken. And as small patches of land is there, and it is for the highly populated people, highly populated areas. So what happens? The farmer or the people, those who are doing the farming there, they have to use quality seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, irrigation facilities. So all these things are out of good quality seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, and enhanced irrigation facilities are used. So it is profit based. Then main areas, as I've already told you, highly populated areas. And if we talk about particularly the countries, so India, northern China, Japan, North Korea, Pakistan, and Southeast Asia, these regions, this particular type of agriculture is practiced. Characteristics like high inputs of seeds and fertilizers are used, as I've already told you, that in order to get more and more, right, what they do, they use high inputs of seeds, means good quality of seeds, and fertilizers are used. Modern machines and equipments are used so that harvesting can be done nicely. Then high investment of capital is also required because you have a small patch of land, and that is why capital is required. Capital means you need more and more money, and obviously you need more and more money because if you don't in order to buy seeds, in order to buy fertilizers, pesticides, modern machines and equipments, obviously you need money, and that money is referred here as capital. Then comes the third part, in which we discussed extensive commercial and plantation farming. Extensive farming, we discussed that it is generally practiced in the interior part of the continents and best developed in the prairies, pampas, steppes, velds, downs, and Canterbury plains. Then characteristics, that huge land units are used, as you already know, you have read in the previous classes also, or you have read to means at some other places, that prairies are the world's largest agricultural lands, right? So obviously there is no you can say scarcity of land. Land is enough, so they have huge land units, small inputs of labor, so labor is required less, people are required less. Then highly mechanized techniques, and obviously they use highly mechanized techniques, I mean new technical things are used, technical equipments, modern tools are used in order to get more and more result, better result. Then comes commercial farming. So, as the name suggests, it is profit based. It is practiced in interior part of the continents again, and both commercial and extensive farming are done in the same regions. The regions we have discussed, like prairies, pampas, velds, all those. Then characteristics, again highland units are taken, modern equipments and machines are used, modern seeds and technology is also used, and farm products and animals are also reared. So here what new we have seen, that here farm products and animals are also reared, animals are also kept, and later on for dairy products, for many other things, for leather, for to send it to slaughterhouses, for meat. So there are various reasons. So apart from agriculture, apart from the crop cultivation, here they also keep animals. Animals are reared in order to get more and more profit. Then comes, this is a basic difference between intensive and extensive farming. I have already discussed it in detail. If you have missed any of the videos, links are given in the description box. Anytime you can access to any of the videos. Then comes plantation farming. Plantation farming, we have read that it is practiced in Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, and South America. In India, if we talk about, particularly it is practiced in Assam, Karnataka, and West Bengal. Now, characteristic, that single crop is only cultivated on a large land. Huge capital investment is needed, means money is needed. More skilled labor. Labor should be skilled people, those who are supposed to work on that farm, they should be skilled. Good network of transport and market is also needed. So it cannot be practiced in any rural areas. There, the network means the transportation problem, communication problem shouldn't be there. Then comes the today's video, in which we are going to discuss about the different cropping seasons. This is the fourth part of agriculture, in which we are going to discuss the different cropping seasons. Now basically there are three different cropping seasons: Rabi crops, Kharif crops, and Zaid crops. What happens? Rabi crops are generally sown in the beginning of winter season, that you remember. It is sown in the beginning of winter season and harvested in spring or at the beginning of summer season. And for example, what are the Rabi crops? So they are wheat, barley, gram, mustard. These are the examples of Rabi crops. Then is Kharif crops. Kharif crops are grown during the monsoon season in different parts of the country. They are harvested in September or October. Now, for example, maize, rice, bajra, moong, urad, cotton, jute, etc., etc., etc. These are the examples of Kharif crops. Now, one more thing I just wanted to tell you here, students, that do you know that these terms, Kharif and Rabi, comes from which language? Can you guess? So, I wanted to tell you that these words, these terms, Kharif and Rabi, they have come from Arabic language. Kharif means autumn and Rabi means spring. Right, and if you read about the detailed explanation that why Kharif, what are Kharif crops, what are Rabi crops, then you'll be able to understand why they are named so. Then comes Zaid crops. Now, these crops are grown between Kharif and Rabi crops. Now, for example, watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber are the example of Zaid crops. Okay, so Zaid crops are, generally they are creepers like, ivy creepers like they are. So, if you see watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, pumpkin, all these plants are in creeper shape, right? So, these mostly, I'm saying mostly, I'm not saying that all Zaid crops are creepers one only. Okay, then we are going to discuss that there are two types of another agriculture. The first is viticulture. It is also called grape cultivation. Now, viticulture is it's a very common type of farming in which different types of citrus fruits, vitamin C. So, citrus fruits like grapes, oranges, lemon, etc. are grown. Citrus fruits like grapes, oranges, lemon, these are grown. Then it is horticulture. Now, horticulture is, that is cultivation of vegetables, fruits, and flowers, and they are together termed as horticulture. So, students, we have discussed in this video, particularly, this video was centered on different cropping seasons. Again, I just want to revise with you all. First one was Rabi crops, which is sown in the beginning of winter season and harvested at the end of summer or spring season. And examples are wheat, barley, gram, mustard. Then Kharif crops grown in the in the during, or you can say here it's misprint. It should be grown during monsoon season. Okay. Then harvested in September or October, and these are the examples. Then Zaid crops, that it is grown between Kharif and Rabi crops, grown from March to May. Examples: watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, pumpkin. Then viticulture and horticulture. So students, thank you for watching this video. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any doubts or queries, you can ask in the comment section. In the next video, we'll be talking about the two types of crop: food crops and cash crops. So till then, take care. Bye bye. See you in the next video.